Hello everybody, me again. Yes, I'm here, and we're here to talk about spiritual practice and awakening. Creativity is a spiritual practice and awakening your inner artist. So if you're watching live for me, just drop a hashtag live in the comments. Let me know where you're watching in from as well. It'd be fantastic to know, because I know we're getting people from all over the world in this group, and it's really, really exciting. So let me know where you're watching in from and say hashtag live. That'd be amazing. So today, we're talking about creativity as a spiritual practice. And when I'm saying this, I'm not kind of expecting you to go out there and suddenly become the new Picassos and do these like amazing creative pieces of artwork and something like that. This is about you tapping into your creativity and your intuition and bringing those together as one and using them to build that connection. Now, creativity has always been a really important thing in my life. Many of you know that I used to run an online knitting shop, and one of the things we did then was design our own knitting books. And I would design the patterns, put the books together, organise the photo shoots, do all of that and design it all. And I loved using my creativity that way. Where I've got the biggest spiritual gain through the creativity is on gardening. And gardening has really helped that aspect, because gardening is very, very creative. It allows you to create the most beautiful gardens that you possibly could. But on the other side, what it does is it gives you the capacity to experience impermanence and experience change and really get that connection with your inner self, because you see a garden grow, you see it die, and you see it go through the full cycle of living and dying. And that really, really allows you to experience that spiritual side of impermanence and connect with the fact that we are all on this cycle of life and death, and we're all kind of going through things on every day. You know, every day bits of you die and bits of you are regenerated, and we're going through that continually, and that's all part of the whole spiritual practice. Now, the reason I'm talking about creativity and connection to your higher power, your intuition, your inner guidance, is because really what you do when you get creative is you start to tap into the side of the brain that uses that. Now, I don't want to get too technical, but if you use the right side of the brain, so generally it's left-handed people, but you can be either handed and still use it. When you're using the right side of the brain, you're being creative, you're being spiritual. People who are using their right brain tend to have spiritual connections and their intuition, and that's when you get your clairvoyance coming through in connection to spirit. And by the same token, the left side of the brain is when you're very logical, you're very practical, you need exact answers to things, and it's the opposite to that. Now, we don't generally use that side of the brain when we're being creative. We tend to use the right side of the brain. So when you start doing something creative, you tap into the side of your brain that uses, that connects with spirit, that connects with your intuition. And then you can start to kind of put them together and use them as a team almost. So you start doing something creative and you can tap into your intuition, and your intuition can flow through you and allow your creativity to come out being guided through your higher power. So it's almost like you're creating something from within and you're being guided to create it. And it's an amazing experience, and it's about how you use those and marry them together. And just remembering that when we do creative stuff, we're transcending logic, we're going beyond logic, and we're doing something from our soul and our inner core, and that's where you're really going to connect with this higher power. And knowing that one of the interesting things is we often have creative blocks, and you'll find that the people who have creative blocks also often have blocks in their connection to spirituality, because they're kind of interlinking and doing the same thing together. And so what we need to do is figure out what the root of our blocks are. And often they come from the most obvious places: fear and ego. So we're afraid of being judged for our creative acts. And the same, you get people with a spiritual side, they're afraid of being judged because they're spiritual. So the blocks are interlinked. And it's a fear of not getting things right. It's a fear of not being good enough, and those things come from the same place, and our fear of our creativity and our spirituality tend to be interlinked as well. So when we can clear our creative blocks, we can often clear our blocks to our spiritual connection. Now, there are lots of ways in which you can do that. There are lots of tools you can use. You can go into meditations, and I will in a little while guide you through a visualization so we can work on some of that. And you can use your meditations to calm the mind, connect to your creative energy, and allow yourself to open to that and explore into that and go a bit deeper. You've also got, and most of you know I love to teach Ho'oponopono and to bring it into the practice that we do here, and I practice it in my life every day. So when you feel like you're being blocked spiritually, you're being blocked creatively, coming back to the 4 phrases: I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. And you can just say them, but try as much as you can to say them with the feelings of I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. So really feel love, feel the remorse, and then feel the gratitude that you've actually been through that experience. And when you go through that a few times, it allows you to just clear some of the energy and bring yourself back into a more level plane, and that opens up the creative side and the spiritual side of the brain. One of the other ways that I wanted to talk to you about is breath work. Now, I qualified as a yoga teacher now almost 10 years ago, and I was doing yoga for a long time before I qualified. And one of the things that we use quite often is alternate nostril breathing. And alternate nostril breathing is great because we switch which nostril is the most dominant. So if you become aware of your breath, you will notice as you start to become aware that one nostril is dominant over the other. And when that happens, what happens is it's indicating which side of the brain is the most dominant. And that will switch. I think it's like every 90 minutes or something, it switches which is the dominant nostril. And don't quote me on the time because I can't really remember. It's just off the top of my head. But by doing alternate nostril breathing, you can actually level out the breathing and change what's going on in the brain, so you can start to calm everything down. I'm sorry, I've got a fighter jet going over my house, if you can hear it. You can level out the brain, and that allow you to come into a much calmer state so you can access the creative space. So I'm going to take you through a couple of rounds of alternate nostril breathing for you to try. Now, before we do this, just a proviso: whenever you do any kind of breathing exercise, be very, very careful, because you can get lightheaded, you can get nauseous, you can feel uncomfortable. If ever that happens, stop immediately and allow the breathing to return to normal. And to explain to you why most people believe that the dizziness happens because they're getting more oxygen into their lungs, often it's actually it's the opposite. What happens is we don't breathe properly, so we get lots of stale carbon dioxide sitting around at the bottom of our lungs, and as we exhale, as we start to do this deep breathing, we release this stale carbon dioxide that's sitting there, and it opens up more space for us to receive the oxygen into our body, and that's what causes lightheadedness. It's actually the removal of the carbon dioxide rather than an increase in oxygen, although it is an increase in oxygen, but it's caused by the removal of the carbon dioxide. Something slightly technical for you, whether you need to know that or not, you don't. But anyway, we're going to go into the alternate nostril breathing. So to do that, take your first 2 fingers on your right hand and put them in between your eyebrows. Use your thumb, close your right nostril, and inhale through the left. Close the left nostril, release the right, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right nostril, release the left, exhale through the left. One more round, inhaling through the left. Close the left nostril, release the right, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right, release the left, exhale through the left. Okay, release the hands. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. So you may feel just after 2 rounds a real calm, settling sensation in the body and in the mind. This breath has a real power to calm you. It's the perfect one if ever you're going to do something that is a little bit scary. So you're going to go into an interview or to a meeting or go live on Facebook and you feel the anxiety coming up. Do 2 or 3 rounds of alternate nostril breathing and it will bring the anxiety right down. It's a really good calmer because it balances everything. So what you're doing is basically balancing yourself and bringing yourself into a calm, balanced state. And then you can go into if you're going to do something creative, you can go into your creativity, open and free and ready for that. So that's one tool you can use. You've got the Ho'oponopono, like I said, and this is about finding ways in which you can come to a state where you're very calm, you're very relaxed, and you're open to the creative side, and you can allow the spirituality to come in, connect to your intuition, get guidance from your higher power, and basically use them as a real connection together. So what I want to do now is just take you on a very brief guided visualization. This is only going to take a couple of minutes. And I want to give it to you as a tool that you can take away and use whenever you need to. So whenever you want to be creative, and this could be something you're doing for your work, it could be something personal, you can use this to tap into your creative energy and boost your creative powers. So wherever you are, just sitting with your feet flat on the ground if you can, closing the eyes, And just take a deep breath in and release. And take another deep breath in and release. So sitting in this calm state, I would like you to imagine that there's a bright light of creative energy flowing down from the center of the universe and flowing down through the center of your head, through the crown chakra, coming down all the way down your spine. So imagine 2 channels down the back of your spine with the creative energy flowing down all the way down into the root chakra right at the base of the spine. And imagine this creative energy from the center of the universe filling the root chakra. So it's really powered up. And allow this energy to flow up into the sacral chakra. So up the front of the body into the sacral chakra, filling it with creative energy. And then all the way up to the solar plexus, so filling your solar plexus, your power, your courage, but filling that with creative energy so you can allow that creative energy to drive you forward. And allowing the energy from the from the universe, the creative energy to flow up the front of your body to the center of your chest and fill your heart chakra with this wonderful creative energy that's flowing down from the center of the universe. And when the heart chakra fires up, you know that you can use your heart and your soul for your creation, and you're allowing that to express itself. And then allow the energy from the universe to continue up the body to the center of the throat and filling the throat chakra with the creative energy from the center of the universe. So that if you need to use your creativity to express yourself, you have the power within your voice to express your creativity. And allow the energy to continue up, up, up to the center of the forehead and filling your third eye chakra, firing up your intuition, allowing your creativity to be guided by the power of the intuition. And finally, sending this energy up, up, up to the center of the crown of the head and out through the crown chakra, expanding out, spraying. Imagine this creative energy spraying out and filling every part of your aura. So you are surrounded with the creative energy of the universe, firing you up, filling you, preparing you to be as creative as you possibly can be. So take a moment to feel this creative energy. And when you feel ready, just feeling the feet on the ground, taking a deep breath in and out. And when you feel ready, opening the eyes, coming back to the room. So as you can see, that's just a very, very quick visualization. The idea is it's going to boost your creativity and allow those things to flow for you. And being aware throughout the rest of the day how this has impacted your creativity. So what I'd like to see is if you're watching live and you're thinking, oh, I don't know about this, I don't know about that, come into the group later and put your comments and let us know how your creativity has actually gone during the rest of the day, because you may notice a boost during the rest of the day. And what I would ask is that you continue to try and practice using your creative energy so that you can then get practice, and then come into the group in a week, few days, week, whatever. Let us know what you've experienced by practicing with your creative energy and see what you can get out of that. It'd be amazing. So if you have any questions or comments about this, please put them in the comment box. I am going to try, I'm hoping, because for some reason I'm on my phone doing this, I never seem to actually get the comments come up, but I'm hoping that if they do come in, that I'll be able to see them. If you do have any comments or questions, put them in. If you don't have them right now, oh, thanks Tanya. Okay, so you love the breathing and the meditation, fantastic. That's it's good to know that I'm kind of getting people enjoying things. And again, if you have any questions afterwards, so let's say you watch this and then something comes to you a bit later in the day, come in and put the question at the bottom of this video, and I'm more than happy to come back and answer it, because I get most of the notifications. It's, you know, it's Facebook, so we always hope we get all the notifications, but probably I do. So I'm going to put your comments in there and I'll answer. So that's it for today. Just to let you know that next week I'm going to be doing Awakening Your Inner Intuition as a live, so we can talk about that, so we can awaken your intuition. On Monday before that, I've got Heather Goucher in. We are doing it at 9 AM Pacific, which is 5 PM UK time or 12 PM Eastern. So we'll be having a good chat about spirituality, and Heather knows all about vision boards. She inspired me to complete my vision board this year, and hopefully she'll be a real inspiration for you guys as well. So that's it for that. And just to remind everybody about my free challenge, which is the Millionaire Mindset Challenge, where you can come in and basically get your mindset sorted. Now, if you're thinking about this, thinking, oh, you know, whatever, if you take this challenge, the best thing about it is it's not just going to affect your ability to make money. It's going to affect your ability to do all the things that you want to do, because what we're going to be doing is tuning up your limiting beliefs, figuring out how you can feel more positive, how you can tap into the power of visualization, affirmations and gratitude, and how you can use those to really draw in the mindset that is going to work for you. And so it doesn't have to be I want to be a millionaire. It could be whatever your overriding goals are, and you can work to clear the limiting beliefs to be able to achieve those. I will put the link at the bottom of this. I'll put the link to the webpage so you can get some more details about what we're going to do. And I'll also put the link to the Facebook group so you can just join straight through the Facebook group, whatever's easiest for you. For me, it's the Facebook group because I don't have to flaff around, it's right there. But it depends what's best for you. You might want to read a bit more about it. So that's it for today. Oh, actually, no, it's not. I remembered. There's a competition in the group. Remember to get involved with the competition. So every time you comment, you're getting a point. Every time you post, you're getting points. If you do join up to my challenge, you're going to get 5 points in the group. And then you get points if you invite people into the group as well. And if you share on your Facebook page and you tag me, so I know you're sharing as well. It's all up in the featured section, so all the points details. And remembering that if you win, you get to work with me for a year on an abundance activation mindset work. And that isn't just abundance in terms of financial abundance. It's about drawing abundance into your life in every single way possible. So that's what you'll get to win, a whole year of that. And if you do join the other group as well, there's another chance to win in there. So that's fantastic. That's it for me today. I'll put the link below. I will see you again on Monday with Heather. And thank you for taking part and being here. And I really appreciate it. See you later. Bye.